button for the love. Rosenberg, when you saw Charlamagne's $200 million deal, you should have been happy, yeah?
Oh, I loved it. It was perfect timing. You know, everyone hopes that the day that they get exited from their job, the person they always considered a rival gets.
I don't know, bro. Let's watch it play out.
But
I think it's good. It's great time. I think it's great timing for us.
No, it is. The whole thing is good timing for us.
Listen, there were things that Charlamagne was willing to do that I would have never done. Never. And that's how you get to those big bags.
Because I don't to have the people like the iHearts of the world want to hand you this much money.
But it's the same with Stephen A. Smith, though. When Disney wants to give you money like that, you got to do a dance I ain't willing to do.
You could have. I think you could have done it. I don't know if you would have gotten the Stephen A. 30 a year is a big one.
Who?
You.
No.
But I think you would if you had flipped it on and done the dance right, you could have got yourself a nice 10, 15.
Oh,
I think that's.
Oh yeah.
But
I can't do it.
We got to put a 3,000.
You could have been lit.
Because imagine, if I start sitting down with the, give me a name.
Candace.
Oh.
Ben Shapiro.
Hey, come on.
Tucker Carlson.
Oh, come on.
I mean, you really go all the way to Nick Fuentes.
I mean, me and Nick would get it popping.
I mean, well, you guys could find some common ground. It's all about finding common ground.
Common ground will we find?
Listen, I'm sure you guys could find the same person you don't like here or there. Have you?
Boy. Man, dude. Shout out to Charlamagne for the Netflix deal, man. It's a beautiful thing. I love seeing a black man win, which is concerning considering how these successful people are hating. I don't understand why they're hating, y'all. Like, yeah, you got fired, but let's be real. If you weren't talking about Charlamagne, right? If you didn't get fired, what would we be talking about, y'all? I don't even know anyone, right, just in conversation that mentions Ebro. He works for Apple. Rosenberg works for, I think he works for the wrestling joint. Like, no one talks about you guys, you know? I'm not saying you're not talented. I'm just saying you're not mentioned, So I don't know, but let's see what the haters got to say. Shout out to Charlamagne.
Well, in that way, I was like, oh, well, of course it would be this, of course. But no, listen, it's a lot of money. I never know what those deals exactly mean, and I didn't read the article.
Look, I mean, if iHeart just got $1 billion from Netflix, right?
Is that how much they say the deal was?
For iHeart. Yeah, for the whole iHeart thing.
They say iHeart got $1 billion from Netflix?
Yes. To deliver podcasts.
Oh. By the way, do these companies want to stay in business? They really think the podcast videos are going to be that John Blaze on Netflix that's worth $1 billion?
Y'all see this slick hating, bro? Rosenberg likes to present himself at
Joe Budden show and talk about how Ebro tried to take a picture with him and the hilarity would ensue.
He walked up to me and he gave me a pound. He was like, yo, my name's, such and such. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And then like 20 minutes later, he was asking me to take a picture. He was like, yo, fan,
Oh no, bro. No. Bro. He's not that smart because, dude, Charlamagne is petty. You would know Charlamagne's gonna do this to you, bro. And look who he's talking to. Ain't this your homeboy, dog? Ain't this your homeboy? Oh shit. And he got his two his ex co-hosts.
We got to take a picture. And I was like, I'm not taking no picture with you.
Wait a minute.
I'm like, yo, you slandered me on the radio 100 miles per hour. You called me a coon, Uncle Tom, and you want to take a picture? And he was like, nah, I'm just saying. I never said you wasn't talented. I just said that, I didn't like what you did with Tommy Lauren. He asked me to take a picture, bro.
Now, Ebro would dispute Charlamagne's retelling of the events, but it kind of confirmed exactly.
Oh man, damn, that's tough. Oh man, listen, I have 30 years of experience. So maybe they're gonna turn it on and get better. I don't know, but this is not looking good for Ebro, Mr. Irrelevant himself.
Have the radio show, but it's the perfect time because Charlamagne the God has paved the way.
Oh,
that's right. He has paved the way. I saw some clips of us talking about Charlamagne's $200 million deal, and people were saying we were hating because I said, quote, I didn't do the same dance.
Now, people, y'all watched the video so far. Was he hating? Was he hating? My Negro senses was going off. I sensed it in my melanin that he was hating, but I could be off. But in my melanin, I felt like there was a lot of shade and a lot of resentment, because you're falling off and he is shining. That's what I feel. I could be wrong, Ward. I mean, I don't know.
As he did.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't intend it to be that way. I think if you're Charlamagne, you should be ecstatic. I think if you're a fan of Charlamagne, you should be celebrating. Like, I think if you're a podcaster, you should be ecstatic. I think there's so much positive from what Charlamagne and the iHeart deal has done. I don't know. What I was trying to articulate is basically I have a belief that when you are black in the United States and outspoken against what is seen as the norm, or outspoken, especially in this current climate, against Trump in the ways that I have been since, 2016 and beyond, or as overtly outspoken against white supremacy and unwilling to have conversations with people who propagate white supremacy, I won't even entertain it. There's nothing for us to find common ground on, but there are individuals who are willing to do that dance, and that is rewarded financially in our society. It always has been. Or people who are just willing to, at the wrong time, be critical of a black woman running for president of the United States.
The amount of goofy shit, be critical of a black woman in the United States. This is the problem with the woke people, right? It doesn't matter her melanin. She's trying to be the president of the United States. Don't you want a solid person? Doesn't matter if they're a woman or man. Solid person in the United States. Don't you want that? She's black, just put her in, right? She's black, put her in. That's what you're saying, right? That's because, she's been in politics long enough, and she's black, and that's all we need. I'm so glad I left that shit alone, bro.
Who's that one about? No, I know it's about Kamala, but I mean, is that Charlamagne?
Yes.
I thought he was all on board. I thought he was like a surrogate practically for.
After they were critical.
Oh, right.
Then they made him a surrogate.
Because I thought you were going to mention that But by the way, you should be critical. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying the timing was bad. Well, and I thought you were going to add that every time there was like a major Democrat moment on their show, it led to something horrifying for the candidate.
Oh, you mean like Hillary Clinton?
Hillary Clinton had the sauce in the bag. Disaster. Joe Biden.
But by the way, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
If you don't vote for me,
if you don't meet me, you ain't black.
Yeah.
Disaster.
But also,
Kamala had the hip hop rap.
That's not. See, this is the thing. I love that they did that because that really exposes Joe Biden's mentality. He was serious. See, this is the thing that people understand about jokes, right? Jokes can come from fantasy, they can come from creativity, but they also can come from truth. And I think he's too old to be imaginative. I think he's too old to fantasize thinking that way. I think that's how he really thinks. And I know for a fact that Hillary Clinton was trying to do the nigga dance. Yes, she was trying to pander to niggas, because guess whose music was doing really well? I think it was Beyonce, right? And didn't she have a song, right, that had a certain sort of substance that we like to put on our food, our chicken? And she happened to bring up the same in the interview with the Breakfast Club. I'm just saying, they both old white people, right? And they're doing the nigga dance. It is what it is. This is who they really are. I'm not mad at the Breakfast Club for putting that out there, because that's the freaking truth.
Reference too. Don't forget, she confused when Tupac was alive. Disaster.
But also, that's good. It's good, but it's also just something that I wasn't willing to do. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he shouldn't be proud. I'm not saying people shouldn't celebrate. I'm not saying it's not great for podcasting and whatever you're doing as a creator. I'm not saying none of that. I just want people to pay attention to these things, because to get to the big bags, you got to do certain dances. That's all I'm saying.
Now, can I push back though?
You can do whatever you want. This is Ebro, Lauren Rosenberg. Your name's in the title.
So here's two things I'm gonna push back on.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna add. Let me add a piece first. Number one, the only thing maybe as whack as being everything you just said about you and feeling those ways is being white and doing those things. There ain't no place for me, and black people barely like me. Also, there's no home.
When you're a mixed kid like me, man,
you've never had a home. You never had a home.
Listen.
But I could have. But the thing is, I could have chose the white home.
Oh my God, I'm half black. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm Rosenberg. I've been 30 years in the radio. Oh my God, poor me. Poor me. These people are hilarious. Y'all, this dude just said in the video before, when they got kicked to the curb, this dude got hella lawyers in his family. This is not a racist joke I'm making. He said this in the video. He has a lot of lawyers in his family. So therefore, he has a lot of privilege. He has a lot of connections. Why are you complaining? Why are you whining? And the weird thing is, why aren't black people talking about this? Poor little white boy. Oh my God, this is so bad. Oh my goodness.
Could have been cozy somewhere in the bosom of the man.
But you would have had to do the dance.
Some sort of dance. I can't even be cozy in the bosom of the Jewish man because my Israel views. This is no country for old men. You know what I mean? But here's what I'm pushing back on you. Number one, no, it's not hate what you're saying, but we're not going to play a game and pretend that what you're saying is an outright compliment. You are saying it you have to be willing to compromise certain principles at certain points. And this program and what we do, we don't compromise principles. We do what we do without compromising principles.
Well, and we try. I'm sure we have compromised our principles.
For sure. I'm sure.
There's just certain ones I'm not willing to do.
Yeah, people often throw that out there. I'll see that too. You're doing all this stuff and you work for this company and they do blank. There's a really big difference between working for companies that do things you don't agree with and choosing to stand next to things and promote things you don't agree with. We all work for someone.
Yeah, we live in a country that we don't necessarily agree with the origin story of the country.
Right.
I don't even like how this thing got started.
Was not clean. Was
you know
not a clean start.
We're all compromising to some regard to even get to some money and play in this American social experiment. Now, Yesterday, I brought up black women and how vocal they were against.
Oh, man. Was that hater-splaining? I think that was hater-splaining, right? They got mansplaining for the feminists. That's hater-splaining. They were. What I learned from that video is their spinning on how to change a narrative is not good. That is, they got to work on their mouthpiece. That was horrible. It went from I'm not willing to compromise my values to we all got to compromise our values because we're American and we're black. We got to kiss the man's feet to make a little bit of money. What? How you go from Mr. Principal, Mr. Stand on Business to we all got to kiss the feet of the white man because the white man has all the money. If a nigga wants some money, you got to kiss a white man's feet. Was it just me or was the spinning horrible? The narrative changing was horrible. You need, I don't know what they got to do, read a book, go to a TED Talk. I don't know. They need to work on their narrative changing because it still came off as hater-splaining. Anyway, it's a CJ, man. I'm out.